full day. So if you don't finish, it also becomes part of your homework. The video itself is about 25 minutes, extra homework about 10. So yeah, about 40 minutes total. Okay, I need you guys to rotate forward. Turn to the front of today's lesson. I need those cell phones powered down and in your backpacks, friends, not your cell phones. Yes, sir, in the front. I do recommend maybe 2 or 3 colors. You will find colors helpful. Okay, 2 or 3 colors. Do not need the reference booklet today. Oh, actually, you don't. I belay that order. Okay, you don't. Do not need reference booklet. Turn to the front of today's lesson. You are looking at this. Got it? There you be. Okay, left arm up, left arm. Ready. Last class, we did this with segments. Touch, say middle. Middle. Go, hey, kiddos, middle. Ready? And say tilt. Go like this, say length. Okay, that is 3 equations from memory. Each of you take one of the 3. Start reciting. Obviously, you're going to have to do 2 each. Okay, go. Recite. What are those equations? Kiddos, that's midpoint, slope, and distance. Go. 1 each. Go. Yeah, model it and describe to each other. What is it? Like, what is slope? Slope is whatever what? Slope is y minus y over x minus x. Midpoint, distance. Yes, sir. Sure. It's not my blood. Alright, guys. Ready? How many of you are in process or already know Spanish as a second language? You're in process or you're learning Spanish as a second language. Okay? Only a couple of you. Those of you who, I'm talking, you're listening now. Those of you, even if you're not taking Spanish, if you're growing up in California, okay, to be, pegged as a local, if you will, you should at least know the difference between this and that. Okay, listen carefully. I'm talking, you're not. Listen. Real simple. N and Enya are 2 distinct things. You're like, well, it's just a little mark. It doesn't make a difference. It makes a huge difference in Spanish because it's 2 completely distinct letters. Geometry is a language. Our notations that we do, they communicate something as significantly different as N and Enya. So I'm going to be spend just about a minute talking about the notation of the difference between a thing and a distance. Look at my meter sticks here. All right, meter sticks. I got RS and EF. Okay, they are a meter long. Out loud, how many centimeters are they? 100. Yeah, centi, same prefix as century or cents in a dollar. So in the first dimension, these lengths are 100 centimeters. Let's write that down right here. So you have EF is 100 cm in length, and you have RS is 100 cm in length. Now notice right above the ubiquitous equal sign. In geometry, if you see an equal sign, we use equals to represent measures, distances. And notice there's no segment here. When you see EF without a segment, it means the distance between E and F. The distance between E and F. Say that. The distance between E and F. So the equal sign we would write is 100 cm. Okay, kiddos, real simple. I talk, you don't. When I don't, you can. Oh, okay, I understand. I appreciate that. I got random. There it is. Now here, it's also 100 cm. So we use an equal sign for numbers, measures, and distances. We're getting to congruent. We're just not there yet. You're one step ahead. So whenever you see an equal sign, it means there is a number on the other side. That's an important distinction. Now, if I want to talk about the physical sticks themselves, I put them right next to each other. They are the exact same length. So I want to talk about stick to stick, thing to thing. Say thing to thing. Out loud. If I want to compare things, we use this lovely symbol called a congruent symbol. And you go like this. The segment EF and the segment RS. And we use this symbol called congruent. What's that symbol? Put a little congruent and write this. A congruent symbol compares things. So if you see a congruent symbol, you do not put a number on the other side. It means you're going to compare one thing to another thing. One thing to the other thing. All right. Now, have a short 10-second discussion. Each person, I don't care if you're repeating yourselves. What is the difference between this notation and that notation? The red and the blue. Go. Talk it out. 10 seconds each. Alrighty, cool. Lights, please. Alrighty, guys. We're going to do a series of problems. We're going to do a series of problems, and we're going to do it partially you and then partially. This one, ready? I want you to put your finger right at the little teacher symbol. Okay? I'd like you to mumble read this out loud, and then I'm setting the timer. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to find everything possible. Go. You may not help each other. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to find everything you can on that one problem. You may not help each other.
Personal space, respectful.
You may not help each other. See how far you go, all by your lonesome. Yes, sir. Right there. Just read that. Read that. Mark it. All by your lonesome. Read it. Mark it. It's okay if you miss something. Just do the best you can. Just do the best you can. I'm not going to type. I know you find that potentially irritating. Alrighty, guys. If you didn't finish, totally okay. Let's just see how far you got, okay? Fabulous. Good to know. Alrighty. So a couple things you should have noticed. It says R is the exact midpoint of here to here, which means you should have hatch marks. If you do not have hatch marks, that was not a midpoint. Okay, so that's super important. RT is 8, so I like to do distances with brackets. It helps your brain register the length. That's 8. And then RS is, let's keep my color straight here, 6. Okay, if this is 6, what's over here, friends? 6. Which means this, if I tell you to find everything, is how much? 12. 12. Let's see what else we can find. What's over here? Out loud? 2, and then there's, I think, one more. Total is 14. I don't see anything else. Anybody else see anything overlapping here? Nope. Okay. 1 being, I tried Miss Way. I got it, not half. 2 being, I got everything except one thing. 3 being, I found everything you found Miss Way. Ready? Give me a little vote. Where you at? Where you at? Okay. If you got a 2 or a 1, tell a neighbor, what did you overlook? Go. If you got a 2 or a 1, tell a neighbor, what did you overlook? Go.
For me, I can't.
All right. Round 2. We're going to do 4 of these. Take about 2 minutes each. I want you to put your finger right there on the B. I want you to read with your lips moving, and I want you to label. You're not solving. You're just reading and labeling. Go. You got it? Yeah. Okay. Just watch the fingers. So just read and label. Read and label. I didn't ask you to solve yet. Just read and label. Read and label, folks. You're not solving. Just read and label. You're not solving yet. I'm going to do it with you.
Wait, are we still?
You're not solving yet.
Oh, okay.
You're just labeling.
So no number implementation.
Yes, you should label everything on the diagram.
Huh?
I think that's labeling.
Yeah, you are drawing on the diagram.
How do we know which side is?
Okay. It doesn't matter, dear. Hey, kiddos, you could do W, Y this way, or you could have gone the other direction. You're going to get the same answer either way. If you just want to be like off the beaten path and you want to go right to left, be my guest. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Most of us, because we read left to right, are going to label like this. With a point between. Between does not mean in the middle. So it's important when you see the word between, offset it so you don't confuse yourself that it's a midpoint. I don't care which way you offset it. But do not put it in the middle. Okay, WQ, I'm going to bracket this, is 3x minus 2. I cross stuff out as I account for it. QY, like so, you should bracket. Yes, ma'am?
Because you don't I put my Q more to the right side.
That's fine. No big deal.
It tells you a certain.
That's fine. Yes, of course. If I tell you this is twice as big as that, try to draw it to scale, Shiana. So you're good about that. That's good. Just for goodness sake, do not put it smack dab in the middle, because I don't. Yeah, unless I tell you it's a midpoint. We're fine with that. Yeah. Here we go. And QY, of course, is 54. Things before algebra. Things before algebra. Someone's got my number. As soon as I start emphasizing, you say it with me. Say it with me, guys. Things before algebra. So come over here. And now we're going to put our thing equation. This is our thing equation. The distance of WQ plus QY equals W Y. Yeah, little segments add up to big segments. Out loud. Is this a true statement? Is this true? Yes, this is legitimately true. Now look, come over here to the right. Is any segment equal to another segment? Okay, there's no midpoint, so we're not using. So that tells you which equation to use. Now we circle, plug, chug. Circle, circle, plug it in. Circle, circle.
That's my lingo.
No, I don't need solar panels. No, I'm not in trouble with the IRS. I am. No, Daniel does not live here.
I know there's not.
That's the tactic. They ask you does so and so live there? When you say no, then they say, well, now that I have you.
No, I'm not giving you my Steve.
Right. Yes. And so for 2 years they would ask for Steve, and now they're asking for Daniel for some reason.
It's kind of annoying.
It is. I know. I know. If I'm in a good mood, I'll start a conversation because that's just a horrid job. But not in the middle of class.
Yeah, my dad tries to play along with it. No, I break
Yeah. Yes, sometimes. Yeah. I played along with I'm in trouble with the IRS people until I asked for my credit card, and then I gave them the riot act. So, yeah. Alrighty, kids. Solve for X, obviously, and find everything possible. Go. Solve for X, find everything possible. Go. Look at these splits.
Okay. Sorry.
And remember, this is not algebra class. Life does not end with X anymore.
Right.
I can't do it.
X equals 6.
Chill out, bruh. Like, for real, chill out, bruh. Yeah, I get 44 digits.
Oh, wait, I think it was 2. No, like the W.
Find everything possible, friends. Okay. Alaire, what's X, ma'am? 6, fabulous. So, come up here, and I'm going to plug 6 in. Clinton, what's this guy? Here on the left?
Wait.
If X is 6?
WQ equals 16.
16 is correct. So this is 16 on the right-hand side. Okay, on the right-hand side, we put 5 times 6, that's 30. This is 38. What's super nice about this stuff, guys, if you do 38 and 16 in the margin, you can add that up and check. There is your 54. All of it fits together. It makes it really nice. Come down here. Ready? It says, given a segment FG. So FG, midpoint M, no hatch marks, no midpoint. Bracket, label, bracket, label. I am. I'm on the one right below it now. And we have a third segment, but we have no information. I'm just going to put a question mark. Notice again, I don't tell you what to find. So let's do our first thing equation. Let's start right over here with F, the distance of F to M. There's our first thing equation. Very simple question. The red plus the blue equals the green. Is that a true statement? Is it just true?
Yeah, but we don't know what the green is.
We don't know what the green is, but it is true. You always want to check yourself, is it true? And check, yes, it's true. Now let's come over here. Because of the midpoint, do we have something equal to something?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. We know that the blue and the red are equal this time. Let me keep my color straight. All right, so now we have both things true. So you ask yourself, which one's helpful? And this one's helpful. The reason is this one, there's nothing there. So although it's true, it's not helpful. That's how you kind of eliminate where you're going to go here. So circle plug Chuck. You've got 1 minute to find everything possible. Go.
It doesn't end with X,
It
right? does not end with X.
Never. Pretty much never, Ethan. That is a good assumption, sir. Very good assumption. Just like algebra, almost everything ended in X. Geometry is pretty much exactly opposite.
Wait, so there's no...
Solve.
Oh, we have to find them.
Yes, we need to solve.
What the heck?
It's supposed to be equal.
All right, I'd like you to compare where you're at with at least two neighbors. Go. Compare where you're at with at least two neighbors.
So good. This way.
Yeah, ma'am.
You want to cut?
Huh?
You want to cut?
Sure.
It's so good. This way. Why did they give two different? There's like a plug-in
Then you should check your X, dear.
I said 6 times 7 equals 40.
Check your X. So, okay, so we're minus 3x plus 2 plus 2, x equals 7, x equals 21, x equals what? You got it? X equals 7?
I made a mistake.
Got it? Okay. Out loud, F to M is what? No, we're not flying across. I gave permission to fly to me. None of the people now. We're distracted. You can save it during lunchtime in the blog. All right. You should have gotten 40. Just out of curiosity, how many of you labeled the 80?
I did.
You did? Okay, those of you who didn't label the 80, when I say everything, I mean everything. Okay, last one. Here's your graduation problem. Now, completely on your own. I'm going to give you a 3-minute. You most likely will not finish. I just want to see how far you get, and we will go over it. But your brain, your paper. Read the 3 bullets, label to the best of your ability to scale. Label to scale. Find anything and everything possible. Make sure you read the instructions. You've got 3 minutes to go as far as you can by yourself. I do not want blank papers. Okay? Sophia, yes, ma'am.
Question: how did you get 7 when it was 6 minus 3?
I am sorry. I went a little fast. I totally get it. I just got a little messy here. So how about I backtrack for you? Okay? So, because I ignored and I skipped a step, which is no bueno. So 3x, not good. So I have 19 equals 3x minus 2. You okay? So plus 2, I end up with 21 equals 3x. And divide by 3, x equals 7. Then you just plug it in from there. Sorry I didn't take this time to show all those steps, Sophia. Thank you for calling me on that. Okay, you're here now, friends. You got 3 minutes to get as far by your lonesome as you can get. Please do not interact with each other.
How do we figure, like,
Do the best you can on your own.
Wait, do we have to actually number?
Find everything.
How do you measure for go? You gotta actually number it.
Use your fingers. Light's coming on.
Yes, you do.
That's me.
Look, it says 14
And I do not want you interacting right now, kiddos. Kate, I'm putting the kibosh on top of you.
Can I do all that?
Kibosh means to stop. When you're done,
I did finish.
you did finish this one problem? Okay, great. What's your name on?
Yeah, kind of.
I will go over it, I promise.
So what do we
Just to find everything possible. See that little sponge there? That little sponge means find everything possible.
I have a question.
Do the best you can. I really don't want to help you. Just do the best you can on your own. Do the best you can on your own. Shiana, dear, I really want you guys to work on your own just for literally a minute. Get as far as you can by yourself. Fiddlesticks. What is this?
What's the coordinate? Oh. You guys want everything? Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see how far you got. Totally okay if you're not done. Totally okay if you're not done. I just want to see how far you get on your own. Okay, ready? One step at a time. I'm going to take one bullet at a time. So first off, we have coordinate points. So P is sitting at -20 on a number line, and this is at 16 on a number line. So the first thing that's super easy to find out loud, how many units from there to there?
36.
Okay, so we at least got a distance.
No count.
Yes, there we go. We're done with that information. Now we go to this. R is the midpoint. We got a Q here. And it is no hatch marks, no midpoint. Gotta have hatch marks there. Is it? Yes, it's R. You got me. Good catch. I didn't read it out loud. P, Q, and R is the midpoint. There we are. Got it. And A is the midpoint going this way right here. So because I have overlapping stuff, I'm going to bracket it. And now, because, why did I do that? That is my second midpoint. Therefore, it is 2 hatch marks to distinguish it. It says A is the midpoint of P to R.
But would A be on the hatch mark between P and R?
Technically, yes. I offset it slightly just so you can see it.
Okay.
But that's a good catch. You're right. If we were to be exactly technical, yes. Let's see. Let's see what we can do from here. So we now know that from here to here, if this is a midpoint, half of 36 out loud is?
18.
18. So the distance here and here is 18, which means this distance, the yellow, is 18. From P to R and R to Q are 18 units.
Well, I got that.
That's fabulous. Okay, units. I'm going to add the word units because I didn't tell you what the distance was. And of course, this distance is also 9 units. 9 units.
Oh, yeah. It's a midpoint.
Because it's a midpoint going that way. Okay, this was the tricky one. D's between over here, so D's somewhere here in this piece. But R to D is twice as big as D to Q. So double, single, that means D is about right there.
Yes, sir.
And this is a 2x relationship, which means 3x equals 18.
So it's 12 and 6.
X equals 6. That means this distance here is 6 units. I'm just going to start using U. And this distance is 12 units.
Where'd you get that?
Because it's a 2 to 3 ratio.
Oh, wait, I see it.
Okay. Now, right here it says find all segment lengths. We're good there. Check. But what else do I want? Coordinate position. Which means come down here. I'm just going to bring it down here. Q is, we already have Q. Q is sitting at 16. And P is sitting at -20. Yes, ma'am. Name of the list. So now to find it, you start at 16, and we're going to go 6 units this way. And that's going to get us D, which places D at 10 on the number line. Then this way, I go 12 units to the left, which means point R has to be at -2 on the number line. These are positions. Going this way, 9 units means A is at -11. And then a number 9 units, -11, going 9 to the left, 20. There's my check.
All of it's clicking now.
What I'd like you to do now is the likelihood that you overlooked something on this is pretty high. I generally have very few students that actually found all that. Did you? Okay, did anybody actually get all of that? You did? Oh, wow. You know what? Golf clap for those folks, because that's kind of rare. A little golf clap. Yes. The rest of us, 3/4, I'd like you to tell a neighbor, what is a couple things you overlooked? Go. What is a couple things you overlooked? Go. What are a couple things you overlooked? It is, kind of.
Wait, do we have to put the bottom? Yeah.
Well, I wanted the forehead position. So if you put your forehead position, it's physically on it, like G and here, you're fine. But see, I didn't want the stance. I wanted
I don't know.
okay, forehead position. Okay, so this -20 is not allowed. What is it? It's a position of where P is sitting on the number line. And this 16 is not allowed. It's a position. So to find where we need it on the number line, you figure out this was 6 units, right? So if I stand at 16 and I walk 6 units this way, what am I standing on? Boom, that's the forehead position.
Oh.
Excellent question. Excellent question. All right, my dear, get working. Students, I'd like you to now start on page 5, regardless. If you're not done with 4, you backtrack. I want everyone cranking through pages 5 through 8. Go. Pages 5 through 8.
Do we get extra credit?
Ever need to like?
Absolutely, always.
Would I ever need to
Goodness,
do more
no.
than that?
Don't,
Would
no.
I- Sorry,
And also, if lists make you happy, Brandon, that's totally okay. But I'm also totally okay with you putting all your information directly on the diagram. Hang on, I think Shauna's still out, so when she comes back.
Okay. And what list are you talking about?
Next to the red light, there's a piece of binder paper. You put your name, date, and time that you leave. So if there's an emergency, I have record of what human being is outside my class. That's why I only went 1, even though male and female, that's 2 different bathrooms. I still want to know, in an emergency, there's only one of you guys out at a time. Okay, so. All right, Mr. Reese, you're up. Students, I have a no name up here, so I need to figure out, when you hear your name, I need to see if this is your packet. So just walk on up. Whoops, Daisy. So if I call your name, come on up so I can figure out who this belongs to. Clinton, can you come on up, buddy?
For what?
Clinton, I need to figure out who this belongs to. Kayla is absent, so Samantha, come on up, ma'am.
For what?
Just take a look up here. And Nicole, come on up. I'm trying to figure out who this belongs to.
That's not my writing. Wait, is it? Yeah, that's not. I think that's Amanda's.
No,
I think you're writing.
That's yours, Nicole?
Oh,
Okay, Nicole, this is very helpful. Okay, got it, ma'am. Okay, thank you, Nicole.
I got validation.
Samantha, do you have your preview notes there? Do you have? You just now put them in. Ah, there they are. Got it, not a problem.
Put it in, right?
Alrighty, 16. What's this?
Okay, that was actually because of the time it was.
Yes, sir.
I feel like if there was more time, I would have actually gotten it.
No, that's it's fine, Kevin. I mean, if this was a test, you obviously I give you time and all that stuff.
No, I mean like this. Some of it.
Okay, now, can you plug it in? Yeah, and it fits. That's what really nice about this. It fits.
Oh, it's like a puzzle.
It fits. Yes. Okay, I want you here. Okay. Yeah, I want you working on what we just now learned in today's okay? So start working on this stuff. Yes, ma'am. Truly, Chad, already? Okay, you're on. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, Gertrude. So, yeah, one of you can take this corner. I'll do sign-offs in like another 5 to 10 minutes.
What do you mean by draw diagram? Like this?
That works for me. But hang on, you're kind of ignoring that word.
That's this one right there.
Uh,
Oh, wait.
No, don't erase it, but.
Wait, what is it?
Hash marks.
Hash marks. Yes, sir. That communicates this length is equal to this length. In geometry, it communicates that says that's a midpoint. If you don't put hash marks in it, that makes it a midpoint, I will mark it down. Well, let's do, okay, you got two thing equations, let's work it. You could say WP plus P, what is that, Z? Okay, so write it down, WP plus BZ equals WZ, right? That's a true statement, right? Good. What else is true? Because of the midpoint. Yes, that's also true. Go ahead, write it down. Okay, now you got two to choose from. So now let's see what's helpful. So look here. Put your fingers. That is because this one you're missing WZ, right? You see, you don't have any information in it, so you can't use it, which means that's eliminated, which means ta-da, there's your thing. So plug check, take it from there. Plug your expression. You did. Oh, good. And here's how you can check with 6 plus 8. Ta-da! It works. Yeah. 45. You got lots of time, friends. Lots of time.
Do we have 7 pages or 8?
What you just threw page 8.
Oh, there's 8.
Let's don't forget this one. Hey, it's been too long since that commercial. You guys know that you don't have reference this.
I got negative 6.
Huh? There used to be an air freshener commercial when you put in the wall. It's been like a decade now. But the tagline was plug it in, plug it in. So it made a good tagline for this class for at least like 3 or 4 years. But now it's too far. I say that and you have to look at me like, well, you're supposed to know what that is?
This way, what does it mean when it says
Oh, yeah,
draw a
I'm
diagram?
doing it right.
Okay. What happened?
Like this, like
When it says draw a diagram,
Means take pictures.
oh, like this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. You roll the midpoint. It's not. Of course, dear. Of course. If you got a chem test, of course. You have earned the right to use your time as you see fit. What are you gonna do with your X and things?
I already sent it.
You did, and
6.
6,
Huh?
and that's me. Oh, there it is.
let me see
There it
real
is.
quick.
I see.
Why?
Okay.
Then you see number
Good. Keep working. You're on the right track.
Okay, one thing that I heard is, Matthew, question, what?
What does that say? 9? 9.
You know something.
It's not that it's wrong, it's just that I can't read it. But I need to be really gentle about how I rebuke you guys for the handwriting, because mine's not the best in the world. So, I get that. Yeah, not everyone can be like Sophia and Ethan over here, yeah, typewriter for handwriting.
I do not have a typewriter.
Well, it's
handwriting.
better than mine. It's better than mine. Actually, most of you are not. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Uh-oh, did it get you?
Jake claims it's not.
You ever see the end of organs?
I don't try to separate it.
It actually ends with you.
Here you go.
Okay, so it's a 1980s movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's kind of amusing,
Yeah.
huh? What's that? It's about
He's better at second base, in my opinion.
taking over the world, but it's kind of, for your generation, it'll be funny.
He's not.
Yeah, you could probably find it free on YouTube.
No, he's not.
Like,
Yes, he is.
Probably.
Or not.
There's like a book like this.
Yeah, probably. I think the book was turned in, it has a good ending, and the ending actually involves TikTok. You would find it amusing because the technology for your generation is completely and utterly archaic.
I think
You'll
I can
laugh
answer.
at it. You'll think it's it's
CD.
boxes
Someone's
and
name tag's
things.
on the floor.
Still has a mouse.
This
Yes,
was with?
yes.
That's-
Yeah, it still has the green screen with
Yeah,
the
go.
wiring. Yeah. So it's worth seeing. It's really, and it ends with tic-tac-toe. Is there something about saving the world with tic-tac-toe? Howdy.
I don't know how I did that, but I can think here.
Let's just see. Well, let's see what you did correctly.
Hey! Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. The only thing I asked you, you didn't find, you didn't find this Gotta watch that notation there. I say, well, what's
The
this?
whole thing is 19. I'm not that
Well, what's the look?
Yeah,
Well, what's this?
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's limits.
Boom.
Oh, shoot.
You gotta watch it, so when I mean everything, I mean you gotta like push those boundaries a little bit. Good, make sure you label your menu. Well, bisected by definition means the word bi means to, sect means to cut in. So it means to cut in exactly two pieces. That's smart. You got it. Got it. Bisected. Which it's not, right? Okay, that's why you have to watch your segments. Get out of your seat and check, sir. Nope, you did something wrong with that.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
When I went up to the board,
Okay, how it's tilted doesn't matter. Okay, what does matter is you got Q's and Got it, you did this correctly, Hinge, I'm really happy about you. This is not drawn correctly, read that out loud.
Really nice handwriting.
So put your fingers on QT, fingers on QT.
These guys come here, come here.
Okay, QT is being cut in half by the line F. So do you see where your F needs to go, your line? Yes, it would be. Fine.
20 what?
Like, what's all your possible things?
And it's a line, so arrows. And it's F, so crux is F. Okay, but if it's cut in half, that means that's a midpoint, right? That's your second midpoint.
That's how I got this. Like,
So that means you now are working double hash marks. You see why? Okay, what are we gonna do about that W, which is a triple hash mark? Hi, Isabella. That's exactly in half.
Okay, so it'd be equal.
Bi means two, sec means cut, so it means to cut into two equal pieces. That's what that means. You're welcome.
I like the shirt.
Wait, hold on. How come there's no boxes?
What do you mean? Oh, they're right here, Kim. I'm sorry, I didn't notice it for you.
No problem. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So, these are the X's and the answers.
Well, no, I plugged in the X and then I found the 6 and the 8. right? And then which adds up to 14. Do you see that? So here's your numbers.
Oh, okay.
This is 6.
I was in
It's 14. All right. I will do just 3 sign-offs because I need help passing back papers. I got a ton of papers to pass back. So if you're willing to help me, come on up. Come on up. Great. Arna. Right here. 11. Got it. Okay, start passing this back. Get out. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Price. Lovely job. Thank you.
Can I pass them out on the swivel chair?
What, my black swivel chair? Okay, just don't hurt yourself. There's no brakes on that thing. Brandon, Elton, okay, this, and take a handful there. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nicole. Oh, you're right. Actually, he's from 2B. He just doesn't know it yet. Yes. Cole, just shout the names out and watch for the go for effect. Okay.
She was before me.
Oh, that's awfully kind of you.
What do you mean by things at an angle?
Can I use your red pen? It's like kind of dead, but
There you go. Okay, Angelina, all of us. Angelina, I'd like you to take that blue chair. Can you hang out in this corner?
take what?
My blue chair.
Okay.
And come roll over here and help her. Kayla is absent. You are so correct about that. Fabulous job. Oh, that's supposed to be on the back of the test. So it looks like that came. Okay, I'll just hang on to it. Yes. Miss Han. There you go. Okay. Pass it back, kiddo. Thank you. Yes, Samantha. You good? Good. All right. Samantha, could you work with Alaire, please? Did you check this last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
My pen right now.
Okay, there's something wrong here. What's wrong?
Hey, Lena.
Oh, this.
Do you see that? There's your first, there's your second, and there's your third.
I see.
Yeah, and the reason why we do that, if you
Well,
have
second
one
has a
hatch
point.
mark
This
here,
isn't line.
one hatch
Because the
mark
line
there,
goes
you're
in
telling
one
me
direction.
these guys are equal.
This direction is that.
You see the difference? Okay, that's important. You make note of this.
Look at you.
Okay.
Katie, yeah, she's right here.
Oh my
The warrior shirt.
God.
Katie in the blue.
That's me too, I think.
That's Dalia. She's in the black sweatshirt.
Hey, Miss Wade,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
done.
Fabulous. I'm really happy about that.
I did this pop on scratch paper.
Then staple it to me and show it to me. Here you go, Katie.
Thank you.
You doing what? We got all these people mixed up. Okay, let's just stop here. Got it. Alrighty, let me make sure you plugged it in. Okay, I'm really happy you found W.
13. I did it in my head. 13. That would be 13. That would be 17.
Great. What else can you find?
Area.
Did you?
I did 91.
91 what, kiddo?
Centimeter square.
There we go.
Let's go.
Alrighty. So I will sign off, but I need you to staple it so you can hang on to it. Okay, Clinton? There you go, buddy.
I'm done.
What, dear?
I'm done.
Excellent. Any questions there, Alaire?
No.
Alrighty, dear. Thank you.